Hey, what's up guys, Stock Catcher here. In this video, I'm going to be talking about some more potential stocks that you guys should be watching, right? Yesterday, there was a massive 1000% ripper. And today, right, in terms of small caps, there was definitely opportunity, but it's definitely more on the choppier side. A lot of trades were knifing, which means they were falling really quickly, right? And usually when there's a small cap that runs 1000%, like MTC, most of the time the news doesn't have to be really good for a stock to rip 100%, right? It's because of the algos, as well as it's because there's a lot of FOMO in the air, right? So today, this stock today, ASTI, the price action on it was not the best. If you go to my past videos, actually, I showed a lot of times where a trade setup did not work, as well as I showed times where I did make money on stocks, right? So this was not a win. Just keeping it transparent, as you see here. This one, I just saw that there was really good volume actually after these trade setup pulled back. There was a lot of nice volume, and on top of that, it was holding those key level, but it just did not work out. I just showing this just to show people that in trading you cannot win 100% of the time. Even if you have a great setup, even if you have nice volume, even if you have a technical setup, even if there's news, it just doesn't happen. That's just part of trading. And I highly recommend reading the book Trading in the Zone, Mark Douglas. It's a great book, in my opinion, right? So if you're new to the channel, I recommend you subscribe as well. We're just trying to help each other every day. Just, share trade ideas as well as just working together, right? So first stock for the video is e.l.f. So e.l.f. Beauty, I think this is a kind of overreaction in my opinion. If you look at the chart, it had a really big sell-off. This is e.l.f. Beauty. And what this is pretty much like a beauty personal care type of brand. And if you remember what I said I think it was like 2 months ago on this sector, we're talking about beauty sector. I think it's only going to get more and more huge profit potential the way society is, as well as I think this is a stock that made a really big sell-off, and you want to see if this holds at $75 level. That $75 level for a potential cap bounce setup. So actually e.l.f. announced weaker than expected guidance for fiscal 2026, as well as the potential U.S. tariff situation, right? So this stock, I think it's kind of overreaction, but we'll see what happens. Next stock, webull. So webull, this is a stock that is at a really interesting level, 950 hold, and then this could be a solid swing trade at the end, in my opinion. One thing about the stock that's pretty interesting though is that it doesn't really holding the gains. Like I'm seeing that the stock just keeps kind of tumbling down, and on top of that, I'm seeing a lot of people on social media who have been talking about this stock since like much higher, when it was double the price, like $17 and $15. So that's something that it could be kind of like crowded, when a stock is really crowded and the stock is falling. That's one thing to consider. But when talking about webull, this is a stock trading platform that I actually have been using for a very long time, and I honestly think it's a really solid trading platform in my opinion. If you want to, by the way, sign up for webull. Momo links are in the description. You get free stocks, I get free stocks. But yeah, this stock, honestly, I think it's a huge difference in the current price compared to Robinhood, and we're talking about the market cap and the future potential as well. When we're talking about the PDT reduction, I think webull, if you look at the potential future catalyst on this, as well as the fact that this is a huge growth type of company, right? So let me know in the comments if you are also bullish on webull, and this is one I'm definitely gonna be monitoring closely. Next stock is NIXX. This is a small cap, or we're talking about AI telecom infrastructure. And this is a stock that actually trades on NASDAQ as well, right? This company actually announced recently in 2025, including recent acquisition angle, as well as the revenue improvements as well. The revenue improvement, and when we're talking about the stock, these type of stocks are not really common. Remember that stock, I believe G Plus, that infrastructure type of play? This is a stock that is very low key. I'd recommend you do more research on it. Right now I'm outside, so I can't really go more deeper into it, but this is one that is very low key, very interesting. Next stock you gotta watch will be BMNR. This stock had made a really big sell-off. Look at the daily chart, this used to be a lot in a higher range, but then if you look at it right now, it's at a very nice support level. So this is stock we're talking about Tom Lee as well as Ethereum angle, and this is a crypto related mining exposure type of stock, as well as BMNR. A lot of people are also same situation as webull, holding the stock since it was a lot higher, so that could be another crowded angle as well when you're talking about BMNR stock. This is one that, again, I'm going to be monitoring very closely, right? So next stock is Chai. So Chai, this one used to be SIDA stock, right? And if you go to the daily chart right now, it's at a really big discount. The stock used to be significantly higher price. Right now it's trading at $3. And usually when you're talking about these type of stocks, or when stock starts making a falling knife type of pattern, usually that's not the best time to buy it. But if you're talking about the potential future catalyst angle on this stock as well, when they're talking about in this year 2025, they talked about the large hundreds of millions of downloads, as well as when you're talking about Chai stock, this is a growth name as well, growth AI type of name. And this is something you have to consider for potential partnership or monetization angle, right, for the future. So next stock you would have to watch would be Can. So Can is a stock that I've talked about in the previous videos, right? And that ended up making a really nice move. It's at that support level, so this is something you should also monitor. This is basically like a manufacturer of Bitcoin mining rigs as well as crypto mining hardware. This is another one of those infrastructure type of plays. And recently, Can announced a $72 million, basically like a institutional investment. So this is basically, in my opinion, gonna possibly increase their funds that they could use, right? So Can stock, this is something you should watch. Next stock we got to talk about is IXHL. IXHL, this is a stock that I made many videos on, and it's just been kind of sideways for like weeks now or months. It's not really going up crazy, and it's not really going to like, plummeting. It's like pretty much just flat. And that is, in my opinion, as a someone who used to swing a lot. I used to swing trade more than I day traded, actually. That's a fun fact, where swing trading was my main, my main thing, but now I day trade more, but I still do both swing trading and day trading. So IXHL, looking at the pattern, this looks like an accumulation type of weekly chart, right? So IXHL, if you look at my previous videos, you could look up more fundamental DD on the stock, but this is, again, same situation. I think this has massive range. On top of that, this is something that you should monitor, guys. Next stock, TMQ, Trilogy Metal. So TMQ is same situation as the stock I made yesterday, and those critical, those metal mineral type of plays where you have to watch, where they made a really big move up, and right now they're at that level where they started the big run. TMQ, CRML, all these plays. Remember yesterday I talked about, 2 days ago, UAMY. And looking at it today, these plays made a little bounce, not a crazy amount, just like a little tiny bounce, but these are all at the support base level. So you really want to monitor these levels, right? So hope people are doing great this month. If not, this is a lot of time left, guys. November just started. We're only a few days in. We have a lot of time to catch huge runners. So if you're not part of the team, I recommend you become a YouTube member. Just subscribe. And I'm doing my best every day to try to find as many stocks that have opportunity. All right, guys. So I'm going to see you in the morning, and have a great night, guys. Good night.